Armed conflict has once again erupted in the West Papua region after the West Papua National Liberation Army, Free Papua Movement, TPNPB-OPM, claimed responsibility for an attack on Indonesian security forces in North Moscona District, Teluk Bintuni Regency, on Saturday, October 11, 2025. In the incident, TPNPB claimed to have shot 4 Indonesian National Army soldiers and successfully seized a long-barreled rifle equipped with a telescope. The Indonesian military confirmed the incident. The head of information for the 18/Kaswari Regional Military Command, Lieutenant Colonel of Infantry J. Daniel P. Manolu, stated that the attack occurred at around 1:30 p.m. local time in Moiba Village, North Moscona District. The fallen soldier was Chief Private, Praka, Amin Nuroman, a member of the 410/Alugoro Infantry Task Force, who was conducting a community visit with fellow soldiers at the time of the attack. The weapon belonging to the late soldier was reportedly taken by the armed group. The 18/Kaswari Command reaffirmed its commitment to pursue those responsible and ensure the situation in the area remains stable, while arranging for the evacuation of Praka Amin's body to his hometown in Kebumen, Central Java. Meanwhile, the TPNPB-OPM version, as conveyed by its spokesperson Sebi Sambam, stated that the attack was part of a military operation under the command of Major Manfred Fadum and directly led by the structure of the Serang Raya Defense Command, Kodap 4. They claimed to have shot 4 personnel and injured several others during the firefight, which reportedly occurred around 12 p.m. local time. According to their report, the attack triggered mass displacement of civilians from North Moscona and remote North Moscona districts, with residents fleeing to nearby forests and neighboring areas for safety. This incident illustrates that, after more than 6 decades, the armed conflict in Papua continues to recur without a lasting resolution. The roots of the problem date back to the process of Papua's integration into Indonesia in the early 1960s, which from the outset left differing views on political legitimacy and the right to self-determination. Since then, the region has remained a flashpoint of tension between the pro-independence movement led by the OPM and the security-oriented approach of the Indonesian government. The repeated use of military approaches has proven ineffective in addressing the root causes of the conflict. Instead, it has prolonged the cycle of violence that continues to claim civilian lives. On the other hand, economic development programs and the implementation of special autonomy have not fully resolved the deep sense of injustice and alienation felt by many Papuans toward the central government in Jakarta. Distrust between the TPNPB and the Indonesian government continues to grow in tandem with escalating military operations and retaliatory attacks across both the highlands and coastal regions of Papua. Given the long history and complexity of this conflict, a realistic and sustainable resolution must be pursued through political means rather than military force. A negotiation process mediated by a neutral third party represents a strategic alternative to ending the conflict, which is deeply rooted in historical grievances over integration and inequality. Such negotiations should involve 3 essential components: the Indonesian government as the sovereign authority, the political and field command representatives of the TPNPB-OPM as the pro-independence actors, and an internationally recognized mediator accepted by both sides to bridge the deep-seated mistrust that has persisted for decades. The first step toward this goal would be a monitored ceasefire, followed by inclusive dialogue involving local actors such as churches, customary leaders, civil society organizations, and humanitarian institutions. From there, a joint forum could be established to address key issues, including the protection and security of civilians, before advancing to formal negotiations under neutral international mediation. The negotiation process must be fair, transparent, and free from military coercion. The peace process between Indonesia and Aceh can serve as a valuable reference, with core principles such as verified ceasefires, the establishment of independent monitoring teams, and the binding implementation of agreements within an international legal framework. Ultimately, any peace process can only endure if it is built on trust, a firm commitment to protecting civilians, and a sincere willingness from both sides to end the cycle of violence that has persisted for more than half a century. The incident in North Moscona should serve as a reminder that military solutions only add to the list of victims. A professionally mediated dialogue, grounded in recognition of historical realities and respect for human dignity, remains the only viable path to transform the cycle of violence in Papua into a future of lasting peace and justice.
Pokoknya jelas ke peluru sen, Bo.